Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my show, The Shine Everywhere Show. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay. I love you guys. So the title of the show today, now I gotta jump right into it because I got a long day. But y'all been sending me this and sending me this and sending me this. So of course I told you that I would look into it. So I decided to do just that and looked into it. Okay. Now, this is not the first time I've heard of this. Okay. I've been doing videos on Diddy for years, right? So I've come across this before. And just like then, I feel about how I feel about it now, type of situation. So, but now I'm a little bit, more educated, on what's going on with this situation. So, you know me, if I'm gonna go look up someone or look up something, I want to know, okay, what is going on here? What is going on here? Okay, so that's what I went and did. I started a deep dive and I found a lot. And I think, we're definitely going to have to do a part two because it's a lot of information. So I'm just going to walk you through all of the stuff that I found. Now, Diddy and Cassie's FO male escort Jonathan Speaks is in the title. Jonathan and fellow escorts RDERED, okay, after China Peel. Now, I'm not saying that Jonathan, Oddi, I'm not saying he's deceased. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they've made people deceased. Okay, so this is an action and not like a past tense. It's not like a, or like he got, no. But the tea is hot. The tea is hot. The tea is hot. So we're going to get right into it. So as of recently, of course, with Diddy's lawsuit going viral and went out with this whole situation with Cassie, when in 2018 had came forward and stated certain information. Okay, so let's get into that. Okay, let me pull that up. All right, let me pull this up. All right, let's get into this clip. Shout out to Media Tech Out. We'll read this, but I'm gonna play this little clip. I think it's from Tasha K. So we're gonna play this clip. Dora Miami Power makes wild allegations about Diddy and Cassie.
You know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued them for the herpes and won, but they didn't.
There we go. So please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Okay. So this is in 2018. Okay. Now this video, okay, was first posted. Well, I guess we should read why it's viral, right? Let's get into that. So shout out to Media Tech Out. It says a police interview of a former male escort, John Oddi, is going viral after the man is seen making some shocking claims about Diddy. In the video, Oddi claims that he had multiple sexual encounters with Diddy and Cassie, even calling himself their slave. According to Oddi, Diddy would tell Oddi what to do to Cassie while he aided himself, which readers say is in the line of Cassie's claims in her lawsuit. Okay. So this is why this clip, is coming up, and whatnot. Now shout out to Tisa, like this ain't been on this YouTube since 2018. Hold on. Is this her channel? Hang on. Let's shout out the real people that should be being shouted out. Let's shout them out, girl. Let's shout them out, girl. Let's shout them out, girl. The interrogation of Trump Dora Power, okay? Shout out to Real World Police. Shout out to Real World Police that posted this in 2018 and not 2023. Girl, please. Let's not make it seem like she connected herself to some surveillance cameras or something and got this information. No, it's right here, and it's been here since 2018. So let's shout out the people where they got it. Because, those people aren't going to shout out these people, like where they got it. They're just going to go forward with it like exclusive. Is it though? That means nobody else has it but you, right? That's exclusive. So yeah, we're not going to shout out people that I could have did the same thing. You could have did the same thing. I mean, it's been sitting here since 2018. This is who should be being shouted out. Yeah. So shout out once again to Real World Police. Y'all get over there and subscribe. Or absolutely, they might got something else over here that we ain't that ain't being paid attention to, but they got it. So I'm here, Flip. So this is who I'm shouting out. They've had it up since 2018. Yeah. This is who I'm shouting out. That was cute though. Girl, that was cute though. It absolutely was. I would shout her out if I was going to use her tea. She has none. So I'm going to get into the real. Yeah, I'm not just going to sit here and make up stuff with Maybelline on. I'm not going to do that. Shout out to Shankola Robinson and her anniversary. So my girl, so this is where it came from again. Shout out to them. Okay. That's why it ain't no watermark on front of nothing. Do y'all see T-Stop? I don't see her name on here. I don't see that. They've had this up since 2018. Why would I be shouting her out? That don't even make any sense. Here, flip. So, and again, if you do your research, you wouldn't just run around aimlessly just talking, because that's not what I do. I like to go actually do research instead of collecting other people's research and throwing it in my video while wearing Maybelline. So, girl, let's get into girl, it's right. Let's get into Jonathan's life. So shout out to Law and Crime. Again, this has been here since when? June 8th, 2018. Yeah. I report real news over here. Yeah, I'm not gimmicky like the other girls. Former stripper who went on a rant and had a pow-powing with the police at Trump Golf Resort charged, okay? You know, it's this. The Miami former stripper who broke into Trump National Door Resort, where he caused the scene by ranting about President Donald Trump and former President Barack Obama, placed an American flag in the lobby and allegedly pow-powed at police officers, has been formally charged. Absolutely. Jonathan Oddi, 42, is a real estate investor, a self-described fitness instructor, and a manager at a gemstone and mineral store called Pegasus. In addition to being a former stripper and a graphic actor, originally from South Africa, Oddi grew up in Argentina and eventually moved to Florida. Oddi was charged with attempted murder of law enforcement officers, armed burglary, and armed grand theft. Court records show that Oddi had no prior felony arrest, but a few traffic infractions, okay? Police took down Oddi with a shot to the leg, okay, and pow-powed at a chandelier, ranted about rapper Diddy and P. Diddy, and spewed anti-Trump rhetoric, according to the Miami Herald. His attorneys, Christopher DeCoste and Tara Kowaz, have expressed that Oddi is apologetic, noting in a statement, Mr. Oddi is coming to realize exactly what happened and is extremely remorseful. Okay? Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So, you know, after the video that is, you know, viral, he had his attorneys do a statement for him. And in his statement, he is extremely remorseful and apologetic about what he said. So even the Diddy stuff, okay, he was apologizing for that stuff too. So he was basically apologizing as if wasn't in the right state of mind, blah, 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 right? Before we get there, let's get into, because I'm blown away while that's not being reported, that he has since apologized after this video during the interrogation with the police and whatnot, and in the Trump hotel, that incident. He apologized for both, right? But let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about that he said with Cassie said in the lawsuit, okay? Because we're going to dive into that too. But before we do, I'm nosy. I'm nosy. I absolutely am. And you know me, I'm coming with a receipt. I like coming over here to Crazy Day Night's Net, okay? And I noticed on Saturday, March 4th, earlier this year, March 4th, okay, Blind Item says, I saw that dancing bear made news again recently. Last time I thought of that club is the guy who got an interesting from the male producer, rapper, ended up getting $1 million in a settlement and used it to buy a bunch of property he then sold. This was the same guy who got involved in a fight at a golf club owned by this former A-lister, okay, and was pow-powed by the police. Okay, so on the 4th of March of this year, before anything Diddy, okay, before anything Cassie, Okay. There was a blind item put out here on this website about a man that, again, March 4th, that sued a producer, okay, an A-lister producer, okay? So you can assume that it's Diddy. You can assume, because that would be, you know, in his story, because again, if you look at fact, okay, at receipts, because this is when you come with receipts, you know, what makes the story more, you know, plausible or, you know, or a lie, you know, because you have something to back it up. Okay, so let me pull this back up. Okay, and it says right here, Oddi, John Oddi, 42, is a real estate investor, okay, and a self-described fitness instructor. Okay. Okay. So a real estate investor, and this person on the blind item stated that allegedly a guy that worked at the Dancing Bear, okay, sued this producer for contracting and allegedly, and used the money to buy up a bunch of property, okay, which would make like an investor, you know, so buying up a bunch of property, investing in property. Clearly, Jonathan, this man, fits the suit of the blind item that someone put out here March 4th, okay? So, of course, I have to keep going to D. Because I'm nosy. Because I'm nosy. So, I found this. Okay. This was his Facebook back in the day, okay, before he got popped. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. His name was Johnny Miami, but it's M-Y-A-M-I, okay? And gym therapy is what, you know, he posted underneath it. But it says here, wait, where is it? Sorry, it's at the top. Trump resort power. Jonathan Oddi ranted about Trump and Obama and Diddy after he was pop out by police. Okay, now, and then again, this was on May 18th, 2018. Okay, so him being connected to Diddy's information had been out there. Okay, had been out there. This is nothing new. This is not, it's just a person that basically was ignored until a situation made their information relevant. Yet, this person is remorseful and apologetic about said information. But people still run around with it. Fine. Okay. Fine. Whatever. So we're going to keep, you know, going. So this was, you know, him, fit male and all of that. So everything that he was saying, of course, made people, especially the Cassie piece, is what makes people have any interest at all. Because again, he said this is 2018. This lawsuit that Cassie came out with was this year, November of this year, 2023. So it gives him basically validity, credibility, if you will. So a lot of people want to overlook the fact that he may be sick and stuff like that. Not a big deal, whatever. So let's get into him being a dancer. Okay, so his friend, Dancing Bear dances no more. Friend says accused Trump national power used to be a stripper and porn star. Okay, so he was, and the Dancing Bear is it's a website that was online, but it was based in Miami. So when him saying that he used to be Diddy's slave, he and Cassie's, so it aligns it up because Diddy does have a home in Miami, right? He has a home there. Cassie's been there, lived there, you know, and whatnot, in Miami, because it's like one of Diddy's second homes being in Florida. So with him being in Miami, and this man, Jonathan Oddi, stating that he used to be their slave and that he would do certain things to Cassie, you know, whatnot, and Diddy would direct it, and whatnot. It does give the same imagery of what he did at the Dancing Bear. Okay, now the Dancing Bear again is owned by Bang Bros, which is a huge distribution agency and whatnot, and they owned the Dancing Bear. Now, this is when male strippers would get into a bear costume and they would be pleasured by women in the club. So it's basically a bunch of hired people. Everybody there was hired to be there, paid to be there. And then while the dancers will go out and dance like these bachelorette parties, there will be certain things that will go on during the filming. So with that being said, he worked there. Okay. He worked there. Now I went and watched his video for research purposes. Yeah. So I was going to watch his videos for research purposes because I'm nosy. Yeah, girl. So I had to go see girl. Girl, I'm nosy. So I had to go over there and look. Duh. So I'm nosy. So for research purposes, y'all tried it. For research purposes, guys, I had to go, I have to go get the tea. So, guys, my job brings me everywhere. Y'all tried it. My job brings me everywhere. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay? So for research purposes, I have to go look. I need the tea. How am I supposed to have the tea if I go look? So I went and looked. And then a couple other models too, because why not? Why not? You know me. You learn something new every day. Okay? So I went and looked at a couple other people too. Because I was like, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Right? And so while I was over there, girl, I went and I looked, and you don't make the cut. You don't make the cut. You don't make the cut. So, and I'm gonna get into that. He don't make the cut. We don't want him. And I'm talking about me and Diddy. As a fellow gay, not the other person he was dancing with, maybe, but that one, no, we don't want you. That's what that word. They didn't pick you. So from what I got, I don't know. So, but you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. So him stating in the police interrogation, because we're going to get into that a little bit later, because we got to get to that, you know, and the point of going over twice. So we'll get back to that. No, it's not the maybe he's a grower thing. Like that's not like necessary. Like the problem. Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly. It look like this. Like it's ugly. It's not like it's ugly. So like, but we'll get into that. It's unattractive. But we'll get into that. We'll get into it. It's ugly. I was like, ew. I was like, gross. Ugh. Whatever. So he never stated in the interrogation if he the true reason, why he stopped doing what he was doing. He said that he had allegedly got fees. And stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. That's just what that word. So let's get into some more tea with his friend that speaks for him, okay? Now, a man charged with opening fire inside of Trump National Doral Friday used to be a stripper, according to a friend, and accused the friend told CBS4 Jim's Defendi, whatever, that Jonathan Oddi worked for dancingbear.com, a site where men wearing costume bear heads have with large groups of women. Oddi told his friend he stopped doing 6 years ago because he was afraid of contracting AIDS, not herpes, AIDS, sucker. His friend added, well, I guess this settles it. The dancing bear dances no more. Oddi, described as a fitness buff, carried an American flag into the lobby of Trump National Doral and opened fire at a chandelier. He then waited for police to arrive and exchange pop-powing with the police, who pop-powed him in the legs and arrested him. The motive for the pop-powing was not immediately clear, but Miami-Dade Police Director Juan Perez says The man had pointed the weapon at several people and shouted anti-Trump rhetoric before waiting for police to confront him. Okay. Now I found this weird. Because for him to be yelling anti-Trump rhetoric, he was liking Trump's posts and stuff on Twitter. He was liking Trump's post on Twitter, literally, but went into Trump Tower on anti-Trump rhetoric. Let's keep reading. We don't know what his intentions were in the long term, but we know that what he was doing at the time, he was trying to engage our police officers, is some kind of ambush type attack, Perez said. Implying the ambush, Perez added he did succeed and he did lose. One responding officer broke a wrist, but no resort employees and guests were hurt. Oddi, 42, lived about a mile away. He could have walked in the resort from the Cordova condominium complex located on, just putting people address out there. He's a very nice person. I'm very surprised he did this, said Luis David Gonzalez, a close friend of Jonathan Oddi, who says he frequently works out with Oddi at a local gym. Friday morning, Gonzalez was bringing Oddi breakfast until he heard he says Oddi never showed any violent tendencies. He's an entertainer, said Gonzalez. Oddi was born in South Africa and grew up in Argentina. He became a U.S. citizen in August. We've known each other about 10 years, 11 years, around there, or maybe a little more, said Gonzalez. He's a good person. He's a very good person. I'm very surprised he did this. Gonzalez said Oddi lives in a condo with his dog. That condo complex was turned into a crime scene as investigators took over and towed away a Jeep Renegade. The crime scene tape marked off a driveway to the community and police cars were blocked outside. Police say they swept his apartment to make sure it wasn't booby-trapped. Miami-Dade Police Director Wanda Perez says, we were able to make sure the apartment was not booby-trapped and the vehicle and the apartment was secure. Perez said, police also made sure that the neighbors were safe and secure as well. Okay. Now, hold on, I want to get to this part. Hold on, because that's all we needed to know. But anyways, so that is why he quit working at the place, because he stated, doing the dancing bear, because he said he didn't want to catch AIDS. Allegedly, girl. Allegedly. But let's keep going because there's more. You know me. You know me. Jonathan Oddi alleged Trump power did dancing. Okay. Said he did it for 6 years. All right. Jonathan Oddi, 42, self-described fitness consultant, who was arrested Friday after allegedly opened fire in the lobby of a Miami, Florida hotel and resort owned by Donald Trump, has connection to the industry. Okay. According to media reports surfacing on Sunday. No one other than Oddi was reported to be injured in the pow-powing, in which Oddi fired a gun towards the ceiling of the hotel lobby, in what police said was an apparent attempt to draw police into a pow-pow fight, right? So he wanted them to take his life, pretty much. The exchange ended when police did, in fact, show up and pow-pow the South Africa native, who appears to be neutralized United States citizen, in the leg. Oddi is a resident of Doral, Florida, who rents an apartment just a few miles from Trump National Doral property, according to news accounts, and his motive for the bizarre incident remains unclear. Witnesses said that he was ranting about Donald Trump before repeatedly discharging a firearm in a hotel lobby. According to one law enforcement who spoke to the Miami Herald, Oddi was pow-powing and shouting, derogative statements about former President Barack and rap music star Sean Diddy Combs. But according to the report by CBS 4 News in Miami, Oddi, until 6 years ago, worked as a male stripper and appeared in videos on a site, Dancing Bear, which features male dancers who are nude except for a large bare head, having sex with multiple women during what the site claims are real events, such as bachelorette parties. The Herald Report, however, describes the Dancing Bear events as staged. On his Twitter feed, CBS News reporter Jim DeFeed said that a friend of Oddi's claimed that Oddi quit performing in the bear porn videos about 6 years ago due to his fear that he would contract AIDS from his work. Well, I guess that settles it. The Dancing Bear dances no more, Oddi's friend said. Though he was reportedly inveighing against Trump prior to the powwowing spree, Oddi had liked several of Trump's postings on the social media platform Twitter. According to a Newsweek report, he liked Trump's tweets attacking fake news in CNN and the online news magazine said. So I don't understand, like, why are you liking his tweets and stuff like that if you hate this person? I don't get that. I'm confused. I'm like, okay, so he was liking to, and then a bunch of tweets, over one is a lot. They done caught you liking at least seven of them. So I mean, you went back further, it's probably even more that he was liking. So it's like, well, that's weird. Like, why would you be? I don't know. It's weird. That does not add up to me. Does not add up. But I wanted to read this because I told y'all that he was liking the tweets. And, I like to come with receipts. Unlike other people, I like to come with receipts. Oddi may have disliked Trump, but his social media post showed that he admired Trump's wife, Melania, according to the Herald Report. Hashtag Flotus Rocks. She set the example of mannerism. She counters Trump's aggressiveness, he wrote. Oddi also commented on his social media about a Time magazine story covering Trump's alleged sexual encounter with AVN Hall of Famer Stormy Daniels, noting reality is harsh. So I started to think. I wanted to know more. And I found just that. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes of this situation is, I believe that his story that he said about Cassie is true. I do. I believe what he said about Cassie is true. And even some of the other things he said about Diddy, they may have a lot of truth to them. But they didn't happen to him. Absolutely not. And the reason I feel like this didn't happen to him is because he doesn't have many. I'm not going to say many. He has no proof. When the police raided his home, they found nothing even remotely close that would even pinpoint him being involved with any celebrity at all whatsoever. And you best believe doing what he did, that they check everything. They go back from his mother pregnancy with him till now, to when it happened, to when it occurred. They're going to deep dive. And also going into his home, there was nothing that they found of him being involved with any bigger or higher ups, or anything like that, right? So another thing that I believe the stories that he's saying are real. The stories that he is saying are. Again, they just didn't happen to him. While he worked at the bear company, the Dancing Bear, he worked with a lot of black models, okay? And with him working with these black models, hold up. So I like to come with receipts. Because, we're not just gonna, let's not just. Diddy forced Cassie to use terms while searching for freak-off participants' lawsuit claims, okay? Diddy allegedly forced Cassie to use NSFW terms such as large black peen while searching for participants. Unfortunately, this man does not fit the demographic, okay? So Diddy gets what he wants. He absolutely does. He gets what he wants. And with Diddy getting what he wants, he wanted BBC. Not BWC. He want that. That's not what that word. Now, the black men that he worked with, I do believe, because again, the Dancing Bear was based out of Miami. So that's where it was. And the Dancing Bear also had a lot of black male models that would come through and do porn. There a lot. They had that's why I say, during my research, you got to research. So I believe that it may have been like locker talk, or something like that. And he overheard someone else stating certain things that they did with Diddy and Cassie and whatnot, and he brought that story along with him because, again, he is apologetic for the things that he said. So I don't believe that he was the slave, but I do believe that he was introduced to him. I do believe that there was conversations being had and he soaked it up like a sponge. And he is aware, and I'm going to show you who I think. There's two people that I think, and I don't think that it's one of them. I think that it's both of them that may have been involved with actual FOs when it comes to Diddy and Cassie. But when it comes to this man, Jonathan, no, it does not give that. It does not give that at all. Here's another thing. That I have to bring up. One of these other male black models that we're going to get into that worked at the Dancing Bear came into a large sum of money and was investing in homes. One of the people that helped him invest in said homes was Jonathan. So with Jonathan having the title as a real estate investor, I believe this is the male who he went into business with. And Jonathan was the front runner of the company because he actually knew what he was doing. But the person that actually did the freak off with Diddy was behind the scenes, giving him the money to, flip, and whatnot, is my theory, is from what I'm gathering. So I don't believe that this actually happened to him, but I do think he knows the person that this happened to. I do not believe he was in a room with Diddy and Cassie. I do not believe that, but I do think he knows who was. I do. And again, this business is based in Miami, and Diddy had Cassie looking for escorts. Now, Jonathan Oddi was an escort, so he definitely was, but he was not chosen by them. Cassie had specific NSFW that she had to type in looking for when she was looking for an FO partner. Okay, he does not fit the criteria. He does not, but I think he knows who does. I think he knows the person that does fit the criteria because they actually went through it, and like he knows them. He knows this person's story, like they talked. And I believe it's the man that came into some money. Now, there's no specific reason behind the money. So that's why I'm thinking, going back to this, the random thought put out here in March, I'm assuming this is stemming back to the male in question, not Jonathan. Not Jonathan. Hold on. Right here. Okay. I believe that the blind item stems back to the male that it actually happened to. And I think that Jonathan knows said male. But before we dive into that, so I said we'll do that in part 2 because it is a lot of information. We're going to get into this. Now, Jonathan is not telling y'all this. Why isn't Jonathan telling you guys this? Since he want to talk about stories. John Snavely isn't the only Dancing Bear star to be charged with murder. Okay. 2 other actors that worked at Dancing Bear took lives. Okay. Took lives. One of them took the life of a worker, of somebody that worked at Dancing Bear. Okay. So it's not a coincidence that Jonathan Oddi goes into Trump Tower opening fire, trying to go and get into a stand battle with weapons with the police, all of that, they all have this in common. All of them. Not one, but two. John Oddi makes the third. He's number 3. I was like, wow, interesting. Not only that, let's get into this article. John Snavely, and this is not John Oddi. John Snavely is a completely separate person. Okay, completely separate person. This happened. This was posted November 5th, 2013. Okay, this week the News Times pulls back a splatter curtain on one of the most bizarre and brutal stories in South Florida history. It's the tale of the Miami's biggest porn performer, his rise to smut screen stardom, and his descent into ERDERED. But John Snavely, better known as Champ. This week, New York Times pulls back the splatter curtain on one of the most. We just read that. Okay, so it's okay. Rise, blah, blah, blah. But John Snavely, better known as Champ, from Bang Bros, websites like Dancing Bear, isn't the first South Florida star to be accused of ending someone's life. In fact, he's not even the only Dancing Bear actor charged with ERDERED. What are the chances of that? Says one of the other website's performers. 2 ERDEREDs and 1 no. Okay. Yeah. So John's not even the first one. It was one before him. So it's that person, John, and then now you got John Oddi. Come on, y'all. There's a connection. Okay, and we're gonna get into it. We absolutely are. So, and these people are like crazy. Please hit the like, okay? Trigger warning, all of that stuff, okay? Here we go. When Snavely joined Dancing Bear sometime in 2010, he was a prize recruit. But he wasn't only the stud in the studio stable. Among other stars, paid $500 per day to dress up in a furry these verses bear suit, strip off and suit and have with whatever women they see. Okay, so it was pretty much whoever was in there. Was a 27-year-old bisexual British DJ named Jason Andrews. Okay, so I'm on this up. Okay, so okay. Was a 27-year-old bisexual British DJ named Jason Andrews. The competition made for a turgid atmosphere on set. Between the 5 of us, it could get kind of aggressive, says a performer we'll call Sam. He asked the New York Times not to use his real name. One morning in May of 2010, Andrews didn't show up for work. It was only the next day that Snavely, Sam, and the other performers learned that Andrew had been arrested for ERDERED. Okay? Authorities accused Anthony and his star girlfriend, Amanda Logue, aka Sunny Day, of plotting to kill a Tampa tattoo artist named Dennis Scooter Abrahamson. Abrahamson hired Logue for a party during which Logue and Andrews exchanged text messages planning the attack. The two waited until the other guests left the two waited until the other party guests at the party left. Logue got Abrahamson to have sex with him while Andrews waited outside. They was texting each other. This right here. I'm so glad you're really committed to this take. Keep eyes for a knife, etc. for me. Like, what? Andrew texted her. Okay. So what Andrews was saying to her in the text messages was, look out, because basically while you in there doing what you're doing with him, I'm gonna come in there and end him while you're doing it. Okay. So while y'all are, I'm gonna come in there with a knife or whatever other weapon I have and watch out for it. you know, so when I come in, so that you don't get hurt, you know. So he was letting her know, you know, and whatnot. So my girl, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So this is crazy. I'm like, wow, this actually happened. Wow. So the day after the ERDER, Andrews was back on the Dancing Bear set as if nothing happened. Okay, so he went back to Dancing Bear and was doing his thing. Okay, they're doing his thing like nothing happened. Okay, that's what that were after they had took a whole life. Okay, we were doing our thing, about to get BJ's from a room full of women. Says Sam, man, Andrews came to work the next day and was joking with us like usual. The dude's a stone cold KILLER. It was only later when Andrews and Logue were arrested that Sam discovered his co-star's dark secret. But what strikes Sam is how Snavely also seemed shocked at Andrews' arrest. And then the two shared a joke about it. I went on the next day and said, you guys better not F with me. I'm Dancing Bear, Sam remembers. Champ was right in the room with us, and we were talking about this guy being a stone cold KILLER. Within 4 months, Snavely would also slay someone, according to the Broward Sheriff's Office, although it would be 3 years before he would be caught. When Sam heard of Snavely's arrest this summer, he couldn't believe the sick coincidence. Okay, so the one of the guys, which was the one that they called, what's his name? Sorry, I want to get this confused. Champ was there when the couple had committed their ERDER. So he was basically judgmental of them, like, oh, you know, it's crazy, you know, blah, 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 blah. Just for a few months later, 4 months later, for him to do the same thing, for him to go and take a life. Okay. And then he didn't get caught until 3 years later. Okay. Crazy. Another guy from the same was convicted of ERDER. Same type of KILLING. It's effing crazy, he says. Man, that guy is convicted of ERDER, and I still have DVDs of us doing together. It's kind of weird. Wow. Okay. The thing that this stuff has in common, because all of these people, including Jonathan Oddi, all of them have this in common. Here. Okay. Is this the guy? Yes. So here's a guy who was a actor at the same place, the Dancing Bear, studio, right? He says, because I can't read all of this because it's like really graphic. Okay, I'm gonna find it, but he said that. Okay, I have to find it because right here. So he says during his experience doing, because this is a whole nother person, this male that I'm about to read from right now, he was an actor at this same studio, right? And he said, at the same time, 90 minutes is a long time to be jerked and longed. And I'm no Superman in bed. I don't have a crazy ability to keep going as long as possible. So we were offered and both took some kind of Chinese peel that they had to help with potential stage fright. Okay. Now they all have this story. All of the men, including the ones that committed the ERDERs, and even the woman that was involved in the ERDER, she took the too, because it was for mood. So it was for like performance anxiety, and stuff like that. It didn't have anything to do with like keeping you like erect, or anything. It wasn't, it wasn't anything like that. And they didn't tell them what the was. They just gave it to them. For the ones that were like, you know, even if you didn't have performance anxiety, some just would just take it, you know, because it was there. So I'm like, well, I see nothing really in common besides this dancing bear place. I'm like, this dancing bear keeps coming up. I'm like, it keep coming up. And not only that, it's not a coincidence that 3 people committed murders and Oddi was at the Trump Tower trying to take the life of police officers and stuff. He at the Trump Tower trying to take the lives of police officers and get his life taken in the process. I'm like, this is no coincidence. I'm like, it's this place. It's the dancing bear. That's what I've gotten out of it from where this is where I am in my research right now, is that this dancing bear, me not know about this dancing bear, because that's what I'm getting. He worked the same place with these men. And again, these occurrences was like in 2015 or 2010, you know, and whatnot, you know, and stuff like that. His was in 2018 when he like went crazy, I guess, and went into the Trump Hotel with a weapon, you know, pow-powing, you know, and stuff like that. So, the plot thickens. So I'm not going to call him a liar as of yet. I just state as of the FO standard, he does not fit the standard. He does not. I mean, I could give you a real example of an... You want an example of a FO? Of a credible FO? And I'm not even like going to go into detail right now. I'm just going to pull some stuff up. Hold on, where is it? Because I was just researching this for y'all. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. I'm just saying, if you want a real example of a freak off, Tyson Beckford, you would definitely have some explaining to do. In 2004, Tyson Beckford had a deal with Sean John. He was supposed to be paying upwards, I believe, of $1 million, even took Diddy to court and sued him. Didn't you, Tyson? Tyson sued him in 2004 and cut all attachments with Diddy. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. And hold on, I'll just pull it up. I'll just pull that up really quick. Tyson Beckford. Let's go to Google. When did he sue him? I believe it was in 2004. Tyson Beckford sued Diddy, because he definitely did. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Here we go. Let me pull this up. So Tyson Beckford details suing Diddy. Let's get into this. And he actually sued him. This wasn't a I'm going to. No, he did. He literally sued him. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay. Tyson Beckford sues Diddy for breach of contract. Male model wants $5 million, claims he was stiffed on Sean John ad campaign. Tyson Beckford has slammed Diddy, Combs, and a lawsuit citing breach of contract trademark infringement. The male model is seeking $5 million in damages from both Diddy and corporations of his record label Bad Boy Entertainment and his urban fashion line, Sean John. Beckford was issued 4 $300,000 payments, and the lawsuit said Sean John came through with the first payment on time, but was short by half on the second. So he absolutely sued Diddy in 2005, and not only that, they fell out. They didn't have any dealings at all whatsoever. So then he went around, Tyson Beckford. Yeah, why not? Tyson Beckford went around talking about it. Where is that right here? Tyson Beckford reflects on beef with Diddy, says the late rapper Black Rob warned him that he'd run into some problems working with the mogul. Not only that, absolutely, but what did Tyson start doing right after he sued Diddy in 2005? Now, Cassie came along in 2005, but Diddy and Cassie went public with their relationship in 2007. Absolutely. So again, once he allegedly cut ties with Diddy, you would think like, oh, well, no, he can't be a candidate because he wasn't around Diddy and Cassie, because again, the lawsuit was in 2005. Oh no, who's there? See that? It's Tyson Beckford, right? Not only is this Tyson Beckford, hold on, let me pull this up. Because remember, the lawsuit was in 2005. Okay, and they cut ties. Like they had no dealings with each other. Basically hated Diddy. And then he's back modeling for him. Literally. Then he's back modeling for him. This was in 2009. So in 2009, when Diddy did another show, as you see, there's Tyson, and it's fashioned by Sean John. I thought you guys were done. Don't y'all got beef? Or did he pay you off? That payment automatically, all of a sudden just come through? Because Tyson does admit in the interview that he was paid in the long run. That it was taken care of. Because Diddy always tries to get, people that have something on him, he tries to get that out of court as soon as possible, okay? Because when Tyson did start saying certain things, Tyson, when you start speaking on Diddy, because remember that interview that was in 2021, girl, what did Diddy do? In 2009, remember, you did this shoot. You went and did that shoot. And then you start talking ish about Diddy. Like 2010, I think it's from that other article's from. This is in 2012 when your tape got, all of a sudden. I'm like, it's mighty weird. The same year you coming for him. Same year. Diddy love a good tape. He love a good corn. He sure do agree. So I said, I'm mighty weird that's the same year. Then all of a sudden, his tape out here. And whatnot. And then in 2021, the next time he speaks, because he was speaking of Diddy. After that, he kept his mouth shut. And then, because Diddy has a way, of with you. Without people knowing that, he can with you, type of situations. So yeah, just saying. So this will be a good, if you're going to talk about FOs, because this is Diddy's type. This is what he would have had Cassie looking for. Okay. 100%. So in 2009, when he did came back and did that fashion show for Diddy, for Sean John. Diddy was with Cassie publicly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tyson Beckford has been a lot of models are into, you know, but yeah, he's definitely a candidate. I'm just saying, because it was rumored back in the day that he was an escort. Tyson, we first got into like the modeling game and stuff like that. So yeah, allegedly. So, and after he started coming for Diddy after 2009, like when he really started trying to come for Diddy, that's when his, you know, stock kind of, you know, Diddy has a way of doing that. He has a way of doing that. Again, when you have strong connections, when you're a powerful person, you get to do powerful things. So yeah, but yeah, it was a rumored, and I can pull. That's what I said. If I decide to do a video on this, I'll pull all that up. You know, a lot of women, and I don't know nothing about him like necessarily doing it like with men when it came to that scoring. From what I gathered, it was women with Tyson. Those were his clients. I don't necessarily know about any male clients. As close as it does get is allegedly Calvin Klein and Diddy. If, from what I can see, if there's any tea on him having male clients, Calvin Klein allegedly and Diddy allegedly. So yeah, but we will come back and do a part 2 of Jonathan Oddi, the man in the interrogation room, you know, the Trump Tower or Trump Hotel Power. We will definitely get into that. We will. I'll show you the other stars, the stars that worked with him. One of them did get a big payout. There was a large sum of money that he had gotten. That's why he stopped doing it. But he was cool with this Jonathan guy. They were cool. Like they know each other. There's even a picture of them together. So I'm like, well, I wonder if this is when, because it's not a coincidence. It's not. It really is not. So yeah, and again, we're going to get into the apology of Jonathan Oddi stating that, you know, he apologized for everything that he had said and whatnot. So we'll get into that. So yeah, we will come back with a part 2 today on this situation. Okay, we absolutely will. I love you all. Please hit the like, please subscribe, girl. And I love y'all. This is what I got for y'all right now, because like I said, it's a lot of information. So when we come back, I'll be able to give you a lot more and connect the dots to truly, like, does this man like know Diddy or what? Like, what's the tea on this situation? So we'll finish. But again, as far as I'm concerned, he definitely knew the guy, but I don't think he's the guy. I don't know. I love you guys. I will see you later. Until the next show. Bye.